On a regular basis, each and every other individual appreciate, admire, and love the career they find themselves in. But there's this young man who is defining the odds, venturing into other areas a lot more people would not want to do. He's a medical lab technician who has found love and passion for fish farming. He's from Liberia and he's by name Harry Smith. He has been on Flow Cell Farm for training for a long time now. Today, I'm going to be engaging Harry Smith to find out from him what has been experienced, what has he learned, what would he take away from Flow Cell from Ghana to go and implement in Liberia. This and many more are we going to be discussing. I believe after today's interview, if you have a job, being it a corporate farmer or whoever you are, you would want to find an alternative way of getting an extra source of income. My name is Anyanam. When you see me in town, remember to call me Ghana's finest farmer. I'll be right back after this and I'll be talking to Harry Smith. Harry Smith, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
How are you known in Liberia? Who are you in Liberia?
I'm a Liberian working in Liberia as a medical lab technician who works at Home of Dignity Health Center located in Bureauville.
Okay. How long have you been practicing medicine?
I've been practicing medicine for the past 7 years.
What basically do you do? Is it those who take blood and do testing? Is that what you do?
Yes, actually I work in a lab as a medical lab technician.
Okay.
We take blood, we do samples of not only blood, any fluid from the body also.
Okay.
To find out what actually happened and make you go to the doctor or the nurses so that they'll be able to give you the right food treatment.
Okay. And how long have you been practicing, sorry?
I've been practicing about 7 years.
7 years?
Yes.
Okay. So for the past 7 years that you've been practicing medicine, a lab technician, I'm sure you get good salary, you are living comfortably in an air condition. What would draw you to go into aquaculture?
Actually, I'm not living in air condition, but I'm living a better life.
All right.
So things are better. But however,
Okay.
what drew me to agriculture was that when I started working with Home of Dignity, we found out that some of our patients, actually we work with chronic care diseases.
Okay.
At Home of Dignity Health Center is a hospice wherein we take people who family sometimes neglect them because of the kind of sicknesses they do have. Sometimes they are neglected by the community also. They have been marginalized. So we take them in, help them treat them,
Okay.
and bring them back into the community.
Society. Okay.
Yes. So like at times when we bring them back, the donor feeding was not even coming.
Okay.
We need to feed them. Some of them
Exactly.
stay up to 8, 10 months, up to a year with us.
Okay.
So we have to keep feeding.
Yes.
So then we found out that getting some of the things for the feeding became a problem. Then we said, what can we do? So my boss and his wife told us that we should involve ourselves in aquaculture.
Okay.
And we brought some experts from Ghana to help us.
Right.
And today we are doing good.
Okay. So how many ponds do you have?
Actually, we have about 7 ponds right now.
Is it closer to the hospital?
Closer to the hospital.
Okay.
Like maybe 2-3 minutes walk from the hospital compound.
To the ponds?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of fishes are these? Is it only tilapia?
Only tilapia, because we started with catfish, but then we found out that the benefit of tilapia to our patients was good
more
as compared to the
catfish. Okay.
Yes.
So how long has it been since you added the fish farming to the medical work?
It has been 3 years now.
3 years.
And we are seeing a lot of improvement.
What would you describe your experience back in Liberia whilst working around the fish farm and all that?
The experience is so vast to the extent I won't be able to describe it all on this platform.
Right.
But some of my patients that were not even eating, though we're giving them some vitamins. But sometimes when we toast the fish, especially the tilapia, trust me, those times we used to take like 3-4 months to encourage them to eat better food. We take like less than a month, and at times at night hours they wake us up, hey, I'm hungry. And we have to look for food for them.
Right.
So it brought me out greatly, and I'm so happy for my patients.
Okay. In the space of aquaculture, there are a lot of umbrellas or sections, like those who are solely expert on water quality, those who are solely expert on feeding, those who are solely in charge of pond construction, and many other things. What is that thing that attracts you when you find yourself in this space? What is your focus?
My focus point has to do with water quality, and especially when it comes to the lab aspect of the fish.
Okay.
Because if the fish dies, we don't have fish.
Okay.
The health care of the fish is important, likewise the feeding.
Right.
You can be feeding a person, but if he doesn't eat, he won't go nowhere.
Okay.
So the health aspect really attracts me when it comes to aquaculture.
Right.
What can we do so that the fish won't die, that we'll be able to feed the people, not only the hospital, but people out there also. Because if the fish is sick, and it's something that is transferable to him.
Do fish get sick?
Yes.
With what kind of disease?
A lot of kind of disease. I'll give you one. Culinary. Sometimes
Okay.
you find out that the fish scales remove from the body.
Right.
And sometimes you find out that as long as the scales move from the body, it's no longer protected.
Okay.
So at times it gets sore on his body, and at the final analysis, it dies.
Right.
Sometimes it affects the gums also where it breathes from. And you know, as a human, if you don't breathe, you know what happens next.
You die.
You die.
Okay.
So we found out that the fish will die. So for me, I'm look at the fungus, I look at the fungus, look at the kind of different disease
Okay.
that affect the fish.
Right. So when you wake up in the morning and you walk around the pond, what are some of the things you are looking out for to see if your fish are still healthy or there's a challenge they are having?
Firstly, I look at the pH of the water. Also, we have to do, even humans ourselves have our own level of pH.
Okay.
Look at the pH, I look at the DO, the dissolved oxygen. I look at the behavior of the fish, because
Okay.
sometimes when the fish is sick,
Right.
you see that it will come on top of the water.
Right.
You see the way they do their fins, and have no more. They will just be one place, and after some time, you see them try to turn over.
Okay.
I mean, they are now where you need to bring them out.
Right.
Sometimes you notice them, or you separate them to be able to observe
Okay.
what the actual thing that is happening to the fish.
Okay. So I think this is fantastic. Looking at your background and what your focus is. So you are still learning and still adding up knowledge.
Yeah.
But as a startup farmer, what would you tell me to look at the preventive measures to ensure that my fish are always okay? What has Flow Cell told you in that area when it comes to preventive measures?
Some of the prevention methods is that your water source. You cannot be getting water source, your water from somewhere that the water already being affected with a lot of different diseases.
Okay.
So like we are at Volta River right now, where he takes the water from, it's far from where we see people put stool, dirt into the water. The intake of water is good. The constant exchange of water is good. So if as a farmer I'm trying to talk to you, I will have to know where you get your water source from, and to see how best
Okay.
the fish itself will get its best breeding.
Right. Okay. All right. So since you have come here, it's almost 8 weeks, right? How will you describe the knowledge you have acquired so far? Would you say it has enhanced your understanding better from what you already know?
It has done a lot to the extent if I have opportunity to stay more, trust me, I will stay.
Okay.
Because there are things that I used to take for granted.
Right.
Now they were killing some of my fish at home.
Okay.
Now I'm seeing the importance of it.
But
Take
have you
for
had any
example,
mortalities?
At the point they examined to 2 ponds right now.
Okay.
And I'm working easily to the extent that, so like they gave me like 205 fish. Only 5 have died.
Oh, okay.
It's been like 2 months plus now,
Right.
so I think I'm doing best.
You are doing good.
Good.
Okay.
And if Flosser give me the opportunity, trust me, I would love to be enjoy this place.
You love
and
to
gain
stay here.
more, not stay.
Okay.
Enjoy this place, learn more, and
Okay.
come back to my country,
All right.
and to my health center,
Right.
so that I'll be able to get more pounds,
Okay.
13 pounds than what I have right now.
Right. But how are you balancing being a medical lab technician in the clinic and then also being a fish farmer? How are you balancing that?
I'm balancing in a way that we all care for human, and human cannot live with food.
Okay.
So one of the things I'm looking at is that if I can feed my patient good, that means my patient will be surviving on a high level. Then the mortality we have in our patient days, it was like close to 50% of our patients.
Right.
They were really, really, because sometimes they bring them, they are almost dead. Or sometimes we find them in the street, they are almost dead. But since we started this farming, our percentage have increased up to 85–90%.
Wow.
So it's so good that we can be able to blend them together,
Okay.
feed the patient,
Right.
at the same time treat them,
Okay.
and we get a positive result.
Right. Okay, so that's an insightful interview I'm having with Harry Smith. He is a medical lab technician back home in Liberia, and they care for patients. As part of the feed they give them, they encourage the intake of a lot of protein, which is tilapia. Yeah. So they brought some experts from Ghana to help them construct some of the pond. But he needed to actually upgrade his experience and knowledge in fish farming. And per what he's describing, he's doing pretty much. He would have loved to extend his day and acquire more knowledge. But the intriguing part is the love and passion he's developed for farming. I mean, for fish farming. Somebody being a lab, oh my goodness, I will stay there and be swagging in my lab coats and all that. So, Harry, we are wrapping up our interview. There are a lot of young people I mean, you agree with me. If they are in your space as a lab technician, he wouldn't bother looking for an extra job to do or something else to do. But what you have to tell African youth who are graduates, who are home, do not want to do anything but white-collar job, they're looking for government work, it's not coming and they are still home. What do you have to tell them?
The first thing I will talk to my lab technician, make them understand we know we are professionals and we like clean job. That is why we always clean our lab.
Right.
I'm a graduate from a part-time college of health sciences in Liberian, and they tell us first thing when we get to our lab we clean. And the thing is not just being clean, it's also to make your environment also clean.
Right.
Now, if we sit and just want the government job, wear the white coat, and every time we have patients and we don't know what the cost of our getting those kind of patients will be a problem. We are not there to treat, but actually when you feed your patient with aquaculture life,
Right.
you feed them and you got I don't want, which word can I use? But you have the momentum to make your patient so good and leave the hospital space as soon as possible.
Right.
Trust me, you leave the white coat and you will come down to the earth here and you will see why the earth will do that. You don't have to do a lot of job when it comes to the lab issue.
Okay.
So I encourage all you,
Right.
whatsoever you are. I'm a young man. If I can make it from being a lab technician to be a fish farmer, trust me, there's something in fish farming that you too need to understand.
Okay.
So thank you. You can be a part of it.
Right. Okay. So thank you. You can be a part of it. He's so much enthused about this and he's encouraging a lot more people to join. My name is Anyunam and this is the Ghanaian Farmer. You're watching live on YouTube and of course on Joy Prime Television. If you are in Liberia or you are here in Ghana, this is a typical example where motivation and inspiration for you to take up. So we are wrapping up, but we'll go around the pond. Let our medical lab technician show me some of the things he's learned from Flow Cell. What did Flow Cell tell him is in terms of spotting a fish that is gasping for air, a fish that is looking a bit sick. How was he trained? What was he told to know and help with? So I'm going for a quick breather. When I come back, we'll wrap it all up right here on the show. Stay and say. Alright, so thanks for staying. If you're watching us from around the globe, eastern, southern, wherever it is you're watching us from, in Africa, I'm sure the Liberians are watching. If you want to reach out to Smith to help you on your journey or maybe connect you to Flow Cell so you can come on your own and get trained, how do we find you on social media, Smith?
You can find me by my name, Harry Smith, but I prefer you finding the hospital address, Home of Dignity Health Center. You can call the number 231-77-544-391 or 077-525-8819.
Okay. What would be your message to Flow Cell for the opportunity given you to train you and of course your founding partners? What would you tell them?
I would like to thank Flow Cell for all he has done, and he should not give up on every human that will come here for learning, because whenever you're part of a person, it's possible you're also a part of a nation, but he should not give up. There will be some challenges along this wayside, but if he trains me, I'm going back not to only train my people at my health center, also train people in my environment and Liberia at large. So Flow Cell, I want to say thank you, and there are more I will take from you. Trust me. There are more to come.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate your stay in Ghana. I believe you enjoyed our stay.
Not too much, but I enjoy the farm.
The farm?
Yes.
How about food?
Oh, I've learned a lot of good food.
Okay.
Some that eat a wache.
You eat wache?
Yes. Bankon and the rest of it.
Oh, you've eaten banko?
Yes.
Oh, well done. You've done well. All right, so that's it. Harry Smith, and he is a medical lab technician, of course. He is also fish farming as well. And he's from all the way Liberia here to get trained on fish farming. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.